guys? Welcome to another SS40k battle report. Probably the last one of
6th edition.
6th edition.
So this is probably a terrible time to do battle reports.
Yeah, whatever. Hindsight's 2020. I guess we're on the front end of it though. So I'm Justin.
This is Jake.
And we are here doing Imperial Guard versus Demons. We're using a Crux of War mission. There's an objective in the center. Not the orange Gatorade top, but the other one. It's basically reverse relic. You have to move that relic into your opponent's deployment zone, and the closer you get, the more points you get. You also get points if your warlord does it, and if you're the first one to move it. Those are secondary and tertiary objectives. So, here's my guard list. You see a Mana Core, a Hydra, Aegis Defense Line with a quad gun, a 20-man conscript squad with a commissar, Melta Vets, Plasma Vets, Striking Squad, close combat stuff, platoon command squad with 3 Meltas, a 20-man infantry squad blob with a priest, and a wyvern. And of course, we got Tarox there with our plasmas inside. Got a Vendetta in reserve, and there's a little sniper team. Special weapon squad with snipers. Man in the quad gun. I think that's the guard list. Jake, what are you running with your demons?
I'm running a terrible demon list. I've got Kairos. I've got a Great Unclean One with Greater Reward, Exalted Reward, which is the Grimoire. And then he has Iron Arm, Warp Speed, and Hemorrhage. And then I've got a Lord of Fate Demon Prince that has 2 Greater Rewards. He's got Psychic Shriek, Flickering Fire, and Bolt. And then I also have a Lord of Plague Demon Prince that has 1 Greater Reward, 1 Exalted Reward, which is the Portal Glyph. And then he has Psychic Shriek and Hallucination. I've got 4 Beasts of Nurgle. And then I have a homemade Soul Grinder. That's kind of crappy. Mostly because I really love my Beast models. They're the Plague Toads of Nurgle from the Forge World. And I wanted to run a Soul Grinder because I just wanted to run a Soul Grinder. And the thing is, we're running this mission, or the rules for the tournament that these missions are from. Even if you have allies, there's no Battle Brothers, and everything takes the same Force Org slots. You don't gain any slots by getting allies. So that's kind of also another thing that's made me build my list this way. But
yeah,
and I'm going second, which I think is a bad deal in this mission.
Yeah, do you want to try to seize? We did have Night Fight first turn.
Yeah, Night Fight turn 1, and yes, I'll try to seize. Oh yeah, and I got 2 squads of Plague Bearers in reserve. I gotta have troops. This isn't unbound yet. There it is.
Son of a gun.
So the demons are gonna be taking turn 1.
If only I had Cody ass. We're back at turn 1. Demon turn 1. What happened?
Demon 1. Kairos failed Grimoire twice, so I tried to hide him a little bit. For Warp Storm, I got +1 to invul saves across the board. Pretty much moved everything up. Shot Flickering Fire and then my Phlegm Bombardment into the quad gun and did 1 wound. And then pretty much shot everything else into, are those conscripts?
Yeah.
Conscript squad, and killed a handful of them. So that's kind of where I'm at on turn 1. Just trying to kill some troops.
Okay.
Not really kill anything that's going to kill me, so that may not be the best idea. But we'll see. So that's Demon 1.
Our turn 1. We fired these guys over into the blue Demon Prince. Didn't really do anything. Quad gun fired at Kairos in the back. Grounded him. Mana Core shot in to try to kill him, dulled him out. And we just missed. So
It did cause a wound on Kairos.
Kairos does have a wound. So blah blah blah, much nothing happened. I'm trying to get to this objective. My goal was to get Strachan in there, because I get a bunch of extra points. I basically win the game if Strachan moves it, and I move it first. So my goal was to send 2 Chimeras up the side, flank, and just kind of hit a V there. Strachan was going to move up 6, get out, and then run, so that next turn I could start moving it. All that worked out great until he immobilized himself with the Dozer Blade.
Rolled double ones.
Double
for the
ones.
second game in a row.
It's a 1 in 36 chance, and it's happened to me twice in a row.
See, but here's the thing. That proves that you can cause wounds to Kairos when he has a 2+ rerollable save. It's the same odds.
It's
the same odds.
We're not. If I had an army full of strength 10, I'd go with that. I would say it's fine. That's viable. It's not broken at all. So this squad just kind of ran around the side. I guess they're going for the objective now. I don't know. And we're just kind of blocking off the chimeras, hoping they don't all die. Wyvern tried to shoot at the plague toads and scattered and hit my own chimeras, but didn't damage anything. So that was kind of the theme of the turn was don't damage the enemy, damage yourself. So.
I got 2 squads of plague bears coming in. No, they're not coming in.
No, you don't.
See, double ones.
And I
1 in 36 chance.
I forgot my off through the fleet too. So didn't matter. Okay, we'll be back.
It can happen.
Whatever. Even turn 2, pretty eventful. What happened?
Basically, I started charging stuff. Didn't fly. I swooped or glided, whatever the terminology is. I moved him 12 inches or less at the mana core and destroyed the mana core. I flew both Kairos and my Lord of Fate up and blew up the Straken's ride there, and then destroyed the Taurox, didn't blow it up. Moved my Plague Toads up and charged into the Blop squad. Let me tell you, attaching priests to those squads is awesome. Just the amount of rerolls and damage and fearless, and priests are the real deal. Basically, you did 3 wounds and did 4 wounds total, killed one of them, and then I did 5 wounds back. So now we're tied in combat. And then my Great Unclean One charged up and blew up that Chimera there.
Yep.
So I think that's about it.
All right.
That's all I did.
Well, let's see. We did reserves on camera.
Yeah.
First, the officer of the fleet. See if I can get a +1. I do. And all that's the Vendetta. Dang it. All right. Guard turn 2. All right, guard. What is this? Turn 2.
Turn 2.
Not a lot happened, I guess. Fired a lot of stuff into these demon princes, most of the blue one. Grounded him. Conscripts charged in, caused a wound in close combat, so he's in the fight of his life. This close combat, I lost like 5 guys, but we're fearless, so still holding them up. The main thing is this smattering. I don't know, just a big group of party buddies. There's the objective. That's like 3 or 4 squads standing on top of it.
Yeah, there's three vet squads and Straken squad on that objective.
So 2 vets and a platoon
and
command.
platoon command.
And then the company command, all standing on it. If anyone's still standing on it, when my turn starts next, they get to move it. And so
that gives you like an automatic something.
4 points or 6 points or something. So the plan is, I see 1, 2, 3 units who can engage him right now. I'm hoping he can't engage all 4, but we'll see what happens. But ideally, Straken can grab it, and that gets me like 10 points. And that's pretty much what happened. I guess we'll go into try to do your reserves on camera.
Yeah. So I've got 2 squads of plague bears, and they're both in.
So here we go to next turn. Turn 3.
So 1 squad of plague bears came in, the other squad mishapped and went back in ongoing reserve. I think I did as good as I could possibly do here. With 4 squads being on the objective, I flew Kairos over and vector struck Straken's squad. And then I shot flickering fire into Straken's squad, ignoring cover. And then I got it down to, 2 models left?
Yeah, Straken was left, and then the Master Ordnance
was left.
So base.
Then what I did, since he was right here, I ended up shooting the Phlegm Bombardment, able to hit all of the squads, and then put 2 on Straken's squad. Was able to kill that. So that got rid of the extra points for Warlord. And then made every other unit go to ground except for 1, which was the Platoon Command Squad, which is still on the objective. So they will be able to move it next turn, so he'll get bonus points for being the first one to move it. But I think that was almost unavoidable. I don't know if there was any more I could have done there. Oh, man, I should have meant to charge there, and I forgot.
You did say you didn't want to charge anybody else.
Yeah, that is true. I mean, it's fine. It's not a big deal. They went to ground, so it doesn't really matter. Over here, I rolled low on their attacks, so I killed 1 guy, And I rolled bad over here and only killed, what, 2 guys. But he does have an It Will Not Die, which he gets his win back. So, oh yeah, and I brought my Lord of Plague Demon Prince over and cast Psychic Shriek on him too. So that basically killing the Warlord squad was the big thing that happened this turn.
Probably saved the game, maybe.
Kept it
in reach.
Right.
If I'd been able to move it with striking,
it'd been game over.
Yeah.
And then it's just me trying to table you because I don't have any other options.
Yeah.
So do you want to see if your Vendetta comes in?
Yeah. I need a 3. Nope. Nice. Yeah. He'll be around next game, I'm sure.
He'll come in.
He's not important this game. I don't need to kill anything. So go to guard turn 3. Turn 3. We got 2 close combats still going on. He's just killing me slowly. I did kill a Demon Prince that flew over with combined fire from the Hydra, quad gun, and snap fire from plasmas. And then the main thing is that the platoon command squad was able to move out and run the objective and give me extra points for moving it first, and I'm getting it closer to his board edge. The Chimera is lined up to kill some Plague Bearers, but the Hydra put 19 wounds on them. Wyvern put 19 wounds on them and killed them all. So they made train noises and just moved forward.
Yeah.
And that was guard turn 3. And that's probably the end of the game, but we're going to play it out. Yeah. Turn 4.
Demons turn 4. Basically, it was, how do I make this loss look as good as I can make it look? Because really, with the objective being here, I had to basically protect my troops and kill him off the objective. So I think I did that pretty well. I flew Kairos back and blew up the Wyvern. So that was important because they could have killed my troops. I tried to kill the Chimera here and make it blow up by charging it and shooting it, and only did 2 hull points. I was able to kill the other Chimera that was here with the Great Unclean One. And with a Warp Storm table result, it was all Nurgle and all unengaged enemy units get a large blast, strength 4, AP 5. I rolled a 6 on the Great Unclean One and was able to place it to where it covered the guy that was on the objective as well, because you can place it anywhere on the model, and was able to kill him off of it. So, but I wasn't able to kill the unit, and I didn't do enough to make him get a check. So that's, I mean, it is what it is. I finally got out of combat over here with the beasts and got out of combat over here. Justin chose basically to kill his commissar off, so that way the conscripts would run off, so he can shoot me in his turn. So, I mean, really, there's no reason Justin can't come back and grab this objective again in the next turn. So it's kind of, he's going to keep controlling it, and I won't ever be able to hold it so I can move it. It's a very interesting mission, to say the least.
All right. Turn 4. Guard turn 4. Vendetta came on. Pretty much everything in the world fired at him. Didn't wound him once. Put 3 Meltas into there. Penetrated him twice. He made 2 5-ups.
Boom.
3 5-ups even, I think, maybe. I don't know. So then he was still in combat with my Chimera, who couldn't move. Blew it up. I killed a couple.
One Plague Bear.
One Plague Marine there, or Plague Bear, and he didn't kill any of my guys in the explosion. And that was it.
Yeah.
Go to.
And yeah, at this point we kind of determine, even if I kill all these guys and get on the objective next turn, by turn 7 I can't get the bomb or whatever it is far enough over into your side of the table in order to tie it.
Yeah, by turn 7 you could move 12 inches.
Yeah.
And then that
because I can't run.
That might get you 1 point.
Right.
And then I've scored 3 so far because I moved it first.
Right.
So
pretty much no matter how I cut it, Justin's going to win this one. It was an interesting mission. Sometimes, I mean, it's neat to play those different kinds of missions. This is for the Crux of War tournament that's going on June the 14th, right?
Yes.
In Murfreesboro?
No,
Franklin, Tennessee. I don't dislike the mission. I think that it's very objective-centric. Both the primary, the secondary, and the tertiary all deal with the one objective. And there's no... Me personally, I prefer when secondary and tertiary objectives are different than the primary. So that way, if you have an army... I mean, granted, my army is pretty much awful for playing this kind of mission because I only have slow and purposeful troops, and I have few of them, and they're deep striking in. but I prefer missions that allow you the ability, if you can't go for the primary, to be able to try to, keep this a wash and then go for secondary and tertiary and try to win on those objectives. Where in this game, everything is based on moving that objective, which can only be moved by infantry units. I don't know. What do you think, Justin?
I agree.
I think this is as lopsided as you can get army selection-wide, considering your whole army is infantry and my whole army almost isn't.
Yeah, you were trying a different list. Your regular list might have had a few more infantry models. But the fact that I could just sprint straight at the objective, even if you'd came everybody in on turn 2, I don't think you could have landed on the objective because...
No. And I think if I start everybody on the board turn 1, the Wyvern pretty much takes care of that.
Yeah. So I don't know. It was an interesting mission. It's the one I wanted, when I looked at the packet, that's the one I wanted to try out the most because I thought it would get one-sided real quick.
Yeah, if you can get, basically Justin won the game on turn 3.
Yeah.
It was pretty much decided.
Because, bottom of 2, when I still had somebody there, you couldn't kill them off.
Right.
Then
yeah, bottom of 2, the game was pretty much sealed, and there was nothing I could do about it, which is something that I'd prefer a game that would be able to be played out to the end, and there'd be some, an ability for the other side to win.
Yeah, or maybe it was top of 3.
May have been top of 3
because you went first. So top of 3, when you couldn't kill me off of it, I moved on turn 3 and won.
Right. But it's a fun game. I love my beasts. They're not the world's greatest, but they're not a bad unit by any stretch. And I like my models and I enjoy playing them. They're a fun little unit because they're so fast. That's the second time I've used a Soul Grinder, I think, and I really like him. He adds a lot of versatility to the army because of he's a walker. He's got long range shooting. He's got Skyfire. He's got strength 10 in close combat.
Yeah,
he's pretty nice to have. I don't know that I replace him for a flying monstrous creature.
Yeah, he's not as resilient as a flying monstrous creature at all.
But he's pretty sweet. Justin, is this your first victory with the Guard?
Yeah, I think so. I've played is this my 3rd game with Guard or 4th?
I think it's your 4th because you played me twice and you played Chris how many times? Once, so 4th.
So right now I'm 1 for 4.
1 for 4. And he has to play missions that aren't in the book, in order to...
Yeah. Whatever gets a win. And I think all my Guard... I think I recorded all my Guard games so far.
I think so. I think we have.
So you can go back and watch me lose 3 times.
So, well, at least this gives you something to watch until 7th edition drops.
Yep, which should be in about 2 days. If you're watching this on release day. But
awesome.
Well, thanks, guys.